I wanted to do this video because this is going to be about like how I felt about the Castle series overall and my thoughts on the finale. As you can see, I sound stuffed up because I'm still sick, but I'm also I just watched that last scene in the finale and I'm still a mess over it because, it just makes me wonder what could have been. Um, First of all, Castle was great. I started at the episode Tick, 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 and I was hooked. Like, I was never one for cop shows, they never interested me. And then one of my friends had said, "Oh yeah, watch it. You'll love it. I love it. It's so good." So I watched it and I got hooked. And then I binge watched the beginning of the series and I was instantly in love. I had come off of House, not having a show, needing a fandom. Like, I was just floating around on the internet, like, okay, what do I do now? Like, I have no fandom now. That House is done and they fired Lisa Edelstein, basically. Um, so it's essentially what they did with Stana and Tamla. But my thoughts are a mess. Like, I can't watch that last scene without going into a puddle of tears. Um but um like, I loved the series, the earlier seasons. I want to say seasons 1 through 4 are my favorite. I want to say after season 5 to 8 were like my least favorite because I felt a change, so to speak. Like, it didn't feel the same. Like, I didn't like, of course, the Castle and Beckett scenes were cute, but I started to notice that their screen time had gotten significantly less and less together. And I started to feel like the chemistry and like the magic was not 100% there. Like, I know Donna gives 150% everything she does, but in that same respect, you have to, your partner, your co star, has to give that same amount, and if, like, I felt it was not there at all this season, season 8, like, any Castle and Beckett moments that they shared together, it's just it felt like it wasn't there. And to me it feels as though um we never really knew why Johanna Beckett was murdered. Like, I feel cheated in a sense because we never knew what why, because Montgomery had said she died because of what we did that night. What did Montgomery do? They never told us what he did, because after that he had gotten shot by Lockwood. So it's like we never learned what happened that night. Like, I feel like there were so many opportunities to make the story a little bit more believable and you know, kind of take the Joanna Beckett murder in a different place, I felt that the Senator Bracken thing was like, when they introduced his character being associated with Joanna Beckett's murder, like, I felt it was too far fetched, honestly. I really did. Like, it could have, like, or even if it was Senator Bracken, just leave it at that. But for me, if I was in the creative process of that, I think, because this thought had just come over like during the day while I was at work, I'm like, had they not brought back Jerry Tyson with Kelly Neiman, had they not gone that scenario and done that particular storyline and killed off Jerry Tyson, I think he could have been Lockset, so to speak. I think he could have been used to be the one that was behind Joanna Beckett's murder because his character was believable. it's like quite on Rizzolian Isles. Like, it's just certain people can portray these really outrageous characters, and he's one of them. He is one of them. And like, I felt the storyline from him. I felt the 3XK storylines, and they were powerful, you know. So I think they could have used him to be the ultimate one who killed Joanna Beckett. But I still feel like it wasn't resolved the right way. Like, I don't know. Like, I still feel like And then and then the last like point 30 seconds of the finale had me a mess. Like, they time jumped 7 years later. They have a daughter and two sons who appear to be twins. I was just so happy for them, but at the same time, I felt kind of cheated because you spend so much time doing these shootouts for like practically almost 10 minutes, and you could have time jumped the last 10 minutes. You could have, you know, done that time jump, yes, but have a minute or two on each of the characters, you know, because we're left with them getting both of them getting shot in the apartment. And who found them in the apartment? You know, who brought them, who got them to the hospital, and you know, did like what was the like did they how long did it take them to recover? Did Beckett become senator? Because now that Bracken's dead, you know, did they ask her to be senator, or did she choose to stay in the NYPD? Um, like, I would have loved to see Beckett be pregnant. Beckett be all hormonal, like, oh, I want ice cream. Castle, you're getting the ice cream. Or, like, her freaking out about her replacement because she thinks that she's the best captain and she has to go on maternity leave. And, you know, I would have loved to have seen them deal with a baby. Like, yes, we got that in one of the episodes, the good, the bad, and the baby, but I want to see that for them, like their own child. Like, I wish we could have gotten those scenes, you know? And, like, it makes me hurt to know what could have been. Like, I don't know about anyone else, but you know, there was so many things that could have been, and we won't get them. At least we have fan fiction, but it would have been nice to have seen them be portrayed on TV. And oh, I'm sobbing. I don't mean to sob, but it's so hard. It's so weird to know that it's so vital, you know? Like, it's so hard just to, in general, when you're so invested in a show and it ends and then you hear the word series finale, and I think it's a series finale is so much harder to deal with than a show being canceled halfway through the season, um because it's like, you know, it's final, you know, like, here you are, you know, 8 years and it's done. Like, it's not coming back. It's gonna be so weird. And now I have to go through this kind of emotion again when Rizzolian Isles ends at the end of the summer, so I'm not okay. Like, it's so hard to let go of a TV show. And, but I love Castle for the amazing people that I've met because of the show. Um, you know, I traveled, you know, I took my first trip on my own. And for me, that's huge because I have anxiety and I get these thoughts of like, oh, what if I'm being screwed over, you know? Like, what if these people don't show up that I'm talking to online? What if they're not real? You know, like, I don't. I've met friends online because of Castle. Like, I traveled to California, and I've traveled to Canada because of people I've met in the Castle fandom. And, It's just amazing to think of how much Castle has done for me. I'm going to love and miss the show, as frustrating as some of the fandom things have been. I'm gonna miss it. Like, we're a crazy Castle family, and I love everyone. And I'm gonna miss, getting together on Monday nights and tweeting about the show. And it's gonna be so weird, not having it on my TV anymore. But I know that I'm looking forward to whatever Stana has coming. I know she's got quite a few movies coming out, so I'm looking forward to them. And I'm also looking forward to Terry and Andrew's new series, because hopefully that's as good as Castle was, because they gave us something that we'll always have in our hearts. Like, it's amazing what Castle has done for so many people. And I cannot thank them enough, and the actors enough, for just being who they are and bringing life to these amazing, incredible characters, and the crew for all their hard work. Like, just everyone involved with Castle. Oh, I don't know. It's just hard to let go. But, yeah, I'm gonna let this video end because I'm a blubbering mess and I need to go cry and eat ice cream. So,